Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert to your own research. So today I'll be reviewing Bitcoin and Ethereum, and let's look overall at kind of what's going on. We're seeing obviously like a market pullback today, and everybody's freaking the fuck out, but it's important, in my opinion, to zoom out and to understand the overall context of what Bitcoin is doing right now. So, generally speaking, Bitcoin or just all coins or all assets in the market usually have three different market trends. Number one is this bullish market structure where it's higher highs, higher lows, and it's going up. The second one is a bearish market structure where uh, you have a high, high, low, and then you have a lower low. So it's obviously bearish. And this is like a bearish market structure on the daily. And then the third market kind of structure that we have is kind of this ranging consolidation, accumulation, whatever you want to call it, type of market structure where price just chops around and does nothing for quite some time. And that's what we saw in the summer of 2021. So where are we at right now? I believe that we're still in a bullish market structure. Um, we saw this ranging accumulation over the summer of 2021, followed by a high and a low and a higher high, and now it is time to establish the low. I don't know where this low is going to be. I think that this current area around 53K looks like a pretty decent candidate to me. This kind of area was a consolidation before this run up. Given volume profile, this area is significant in my opinion. There's a lot of trading volume along this kind of 54 to 58K region. If price does fall a little bit lower, 50K is the next level up. There is confluence with that level around the 200-day EMA, this red line, and again, high volume node on a volume profile. So this area would be like the next kind of area up, this like kind of 50K region. Now, uh, price could even go to 50,000, and this is still, in my opinion, a bullish market structure. And I say that because we don't know where the next high is going to be set at. Now, it's almost certainly certain that price will form a higher low than what was established in this 40K region. So, this is the last low that was established. And if you look at it from a fractal standpoint as well, like we might scroll down to lower time frames, we saw price nuke down, followed by this bearish retest, went up and then back down, and then it finally found the low. So right now what we saw is this nuke down. Price kind of had this bearish retest where it went up and then now it is nuking lower, high sell volume, and now it might kind of chop around and then continue. And if I did different color boxes, this would be a little bit easier to see. But what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that this 40K area was the last low that was established, and it's almost certain that price will form some higher low than this. Now, where's the low going to be set at? I don't know where that's going to be. It could be this current level, 54K. It could be 50K. I don't know where this is going to be set at. There are some areas of support, and this is one of them right now. And like this 48 to 50K region is next up if this level nukes through. But the next key that I'll be looking for after the low is established, so if it chops around here and forms a low, or if it makes another drive down and then forms the low here, both of these would be considered higher lows in my opinion over this October 2nd kind of low area. And what I'm looking for after that is where the high is set. So if we see it kind of make this kind of like lower high, at that point, this is when I'm starting to get worried. If it's making a lower high than what we see back established in early November, from the 69K area. If we see a lower high at this point, that's when I'm starting to get pretty concerned, because that's when um, you can start to see market structure shift a little bit. So, for instance, back in we saw in the March of 2021, like we saw this low here established, and then we saw this high, and market structure is still bullish. But after we saw this part here, where we see this low get taken out, and then we see this kind of lower high form, that's when it's starting to get a little bit scary. And similar to this, it's almost certain that we're going to print a higher low, but where the high is set is going to be very scary. And if price nukes below this 39K area, then we're just fucked, in my opinion. Like, if we just establish like a lower low at this point, then I will be very I'll be ready to sell all my stuff and go to take a nice nap for a few months or something, because at that point, I think we're just over for a while. But as I said, this is kind of my overall plan for Bitcoin. Like I'm still like targeting. I still believe this is a bullish market structure, and I still believe that we are going to do very well in the coming months. With that said, I was very wrong with regards to the overall speed of this. Like, when I saw this start to run, I believe that I thought that we were going to continue, but what we did was we just really had this kind of fake out. We broke above the all-time high levels, and we made it like up 10% or something like that, and then we started to nuke lower. Now, I don't know if this is due to like the global economy or traditional finance or anything like that, but for now, we're just playing the chart, and I do believe that we are still in a bullish market context, but there still could be more pain to come. Where I would view to buy dips for sure would be 50K. I think that there is just a lot of confluence in that area with the 200-day EMA, and there is support here, also with volume profile. I'm sure if I threw a fib up, let's take a look. I'm sure if I throw a fib up, there's going to be some sort of like uh yeah, so like the 0.5. This is like the 0.5 area. There's just like so much confluence here with this region right here that, I mean, it makes me think that this is like the next area up. But um for now, I mean, I still am bullish. As I said, I still am looking forward to establish a low. And when the low comes, guys, it's going to take some time to form. I mean, and this is healthy. Like, you want to see some low take time to form in general. Like this low from September to like early October, it chopped around for a long time. And this is what we're probably seeing right now, is we're seeing like a lot of chop. As I said before, lows can take anywhere from hours, days, or weeks to form. This kind of range in environment that we saw back in May to July, I mean, this took a long time, obviously, to form. Um, so, from a health perspective of the overall trend, what you want is just to like see something like just chop around for a while and then move up. So kind of late December is kind of my overall projection for when price will start to move hard, and that's kind of my overall projection for BTC. Now, if BTC does make another leg down, then I believe alts will suffer, but we could be hitting a point where altcoins do fairly okay in the end of December, when Bitcoin is starting to recover. So, like, after we see like some big shakeout, Bitcoin chops for a bit, and then once it starts to go up, I believe that we'll have a simultaneous period where altcoins do well and Bitcoin does well simultaneously. Okay, so let's look briefly at Ethereum. I did this joking kind of meme, not meme, but like this chart before, where it's basically a staircase up, elevator down. And I haven't really seen, we haven't seen the elevator down yet, but I mean, this is a classic example of stairs up, elevator down. Like back in May, where we see like this grind up and then boom, just like nuke down lower. But let me go up to this other chart. Here's this kind of mini fractal that I was looking at as well. I mean, Similar concept to the stairs up, elevator down thing, where we see a slow grind up back in May, and then we saw it back in July to September, and now we're seeing it again. We see some market violence where we see a stark drop off, followed by some sort of bearish retest where price goes like this, where it'll come nuke down, grind up, hit a lower high, and then make one more leg down. That is what we're seeing right now in the red box, and we probably just saw that now. And then once price finds sort of bottom in the yellow box, it will find kind of the previous consolidation high, like so back in June. We saw price kind of hit this 2800 area, and that's where price found support later on in September. Similarly, where price was kind of consolidating anywhere from this kind of like 3600 area is kind of like my area that I'm kind of eyeing next. So what we're seeing is price kind of nuke down lower, and as a whole, Ethereum will follow Bitcoin, and I would be looking to get long around 3600. There is a lot of confluence again with this 200-day EMA, and let's just clean up the chart a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, if you're the thing is with the staircase up kind of price action, it is pretty hard to find solid levels because like they're not super clean in my opinion. Like even if you scale down to like go down to the weekly, like there's still like not very much clarity in my opinion. And uh, at this time, I kind of just like use kind of like these mini consolidation, like these lower highs as like kind of the next areas up for support. So this area could be next, as I said, there's 3600 area. And why do I choose that? I choose it because this was like a lower high printed right here, similar to this price action, lower high. So that's where I'm looking to. That's where I would look to get long, something like this. I think there's a lot of confluence in this 3600 area. Now, I mean, could this area currently hold? Yeah, absolutely. This is like potential support as well, but this support area has been tapped quite a bit, as you can see. Around 4K. Like, there's been a lot of these bids filled already. So, yeah, I think this is like potentially one more leg down, and of course, when it makes its way back up, I mean, this big supply zone will be there. But yeah, those are kind of my overall thoughts on Ethereum. I mean, it's like Bitcoin, it's still a bullish market structure in my opinion. Like there's still higher highs and higher lows. We just need to see where the low is printed. This was the last significant low in my opinion. Kind of this 3000 area. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for the support as always, and I am happy to get back to doing this.